I swear, every time we get more insight into Zeref or just something related to Zeref, it always turns out to be a great chapter. Like, that is easily one of Hero's strong points, is that particular character right there, because finding out the backstory found out in these past 2 weeks chapters, yeah, I didn't review last week's, but I'm doing a double now, basically just gonna briefly talk about the last one. It's fucking great shit, honestly. Like, finding out what really made Zeref go on this war path, and kind of just seeing Zeref's personality, that at the end of the day, he had this split personality for a while, and it's kind of like, one minute, I'm going to kill everything, next minute, he's a decent person, and I don't know if it's the curse that amplified that, maybe it's because he's been around for so fucking long, you know, living all these hundreds of years, could fuck with anyone's mind, but we definitely get a little more insight into that, and just seeing the fucking tragedy that him and Mavis had to go through. Like, honestly, it feels like for a while now. Every now and then we might get a crusty chapter, but for the most part, Fairy Tail has just been really fucking good. So finding out, first of all, that Mavis became cursed with the same curse that Zeref had, it makes a little more sense as to what she was referencing 2 chapters back, of how she had done something wrong or whatever. You know, she hinted that she fucked up at some given point. And I mean, like I said, it wasn't going to be intentionally that she hurt anyone, but it kind of all connects back to when it was referenced the one magic, so to speak. And I honestly think the one magic, as corny as it sounds, really does exist, whether they just call it that or whatever the case may be, because it kind of feels like it's been showcased that Zeref's main weakness is indeed love, because when him and Mavis, the more they loved, the stronger the curse got. And you kind of remember back to Tenro when he saw Natsu or whatever, it was kind of like the curse became so fucking strong, and I mean, like, you know, motherfuckers was dropping left and right. So I think one of the things, and it could be a possibility, that would really kill Zeref, because I don't see Zeref being defeated by anybody. Maybe he might get fucked up, but I think the only way Zeref is going to go out is by the one magic. And again, it kind of sounds corny, but I think if either Zeref became to love humanity and people in general, he'll die, or if he felt love for himself, he'd die, because you can see that he's just like a hateful motherfucker. Like, granted, he has some decent qualities sometimes when he's in that personality, but he's really fucking hateful. And if he was to just all of a sudden love humanity, love everything, it possibly would engulf him, because we've seen that when he fell in love with Mavis and they kissed, which kind of felt a little weird. I don't know about that lowly kiss, whatever. But just seeing that, first of all, sad as shit, emotions, the feels, and the anime, I know they're gonna hit that one right, because, ooh, bad choice of words, but you get what I mean. And I think in these past couple chapters as well, something that was possibly foreshadowed is Mavis killed Makarov's mother, which in turn her husband would get crazy. So I think what happened is Makarov's father possibly, because if you see, I think at the end of Fairy Tail Zero, there's a timeline that showcased like this person died then. At some given point, he faked his death and then came back as that Serena person or whatever, and now he's doing all this because he's hateful as fuck. I mean, at the end of the day, Mavis was responsible for the death of his wife, so maybe he holds that against her, and he holds everyone in contempt for that. And also, as a possibility, maybe Zeref struck a deal with him. Maybe Zeref was like, yo, you do this for me, that for me, and I'll help to use my magic to bring your wife back. So it could be a possibility that Serena could be Makarov's father, and ultimately he's doing all this out of revenge and wanting to get his wife back, which sucks, because it's kind of like, it's fucked up. You'll kill thousands and millions of people to get it, but yeah. And just getting the ins and outs, kind of seeing where the legend came from of Mavis being, you know, this super tactician of war and shit like that, like how she was just winning wars left and right. It's like, oh, so the legend actually is legit. She actually really was making motherfucking things go down and really having motherfuckers, you know, win wars or whatever. So a little bit of building up on exactly showing the legend. Honestly, this chapter is like, from what I did read of Fairy Tail Zero, because I never finished it, I just kind of like skimmed and saw like, you know, bits and pieces here and there. It felt like a Fairy Tail Zero chapter, or the past couple chapters felt like Fairy Tail Zero chapters. And I ain't gonna lie, it did feel really creepy, and again, it showcases the split personality, whether it's due to the curse or him being alive, or it's just his mind is warped at this particular point. One minute he's like, I miss my brother, I love him. No, I want to rip him in half. Like, you want to rip your dead brother in half? So yeah, Zeref is fucked in the head, and I think we will see in the upcoming, you know, chapters and arcs exactly how fucked up he really is. Maybe one minute he'll want to kill someone and then stop because of his split personality. And I mean, granted, it could be used for plot protection for some characters. Like, one minute he's gonna stab a hole through somebody, and then next minute he's like, maybe I shouldn't do this right now. So I'm pretty sure we're going to see more instances of that in the future. But honestly, these past 2 chapters, just really fucking good stuff. The last week's chapter, it was pretty good. This week's chapter, honestly, it just felt like a great chapter, showcasing what made Zeref go so far off the deep end. And if you think about it, it's a possibility the reason why he wants Fairy Heart is so that he can finally kill himself. If he's thinking to himself, okay, I killed Mavis from loving her so much, if I get my hands on Fairy Heart, it's a possibility that could be used to kill me. So that's probably why Zeref is so desperately after this Fairy Heart, because I mean his whole goal up until this point has been to die, to kill himself. So yeah, all in all, great chapter. Last week's chapter pretty damn good, as well as like Fairy Tail Zero. From what I read, I remember it being really good, and these chapters as well. It's just like, it felt like Fairy Tail Zero chapters, but just fucking great shit. And finally finding out how Mavis died, it's sad. Let me know what you thought of these chapters though. What do you think about Mavis and Zero falling in love? Felt a little bit weird because Mavis looked really, really young, and Zero, he kind of looks young, but not that young. But yeah, how did you feel? I mean, honestly, I caught them feels at the end, and I was like, fuck, poor Zeref. Like, I understand your hatred, bro. I mean, granted, some people might say it's a little bit Obito-ish, like, you know, you're taking it out on the world, but I mean, he was already fucked up in the head even before the Mavis shit. Like, the Mavis shit was just like the straw that broke the camel's back of like, alright, I already want to, you know, I'm killing everyone, and I'm already fucked up, and there's legends about all the fucked up things I've done. I'm going to take it a little step further now that I lost the girl that I love. And your overall thoughts of the chapters, but that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.